it's Jenna and today I'm here doing my June wrap up and my July TBR. I definitely just forgot what month it was for a second. I only read 2 books in June. I had meant to read more. I was doing a readathon, but it all just kind of got too difficult. I had my last assignments from university were due, like as in my last assignments ever, hopefully fingers crossed provided I passed them all. So they were due. I went to Hobart for a week, so it just kind of all got a bit busy and I didn't get to read much. So the 2 books that I did read in June were both part of the same series, and that was the Emerald Atlas and the Fire Chronicle. These are both by John Stevens. They are part of the Books of Beginning series. I gave Emerald Atlas 4 stars and I gave Fire Chronicles 5 stars. This is a series that I have had on my shelf for the longest time, and I am trying to minimize my physical TBR this year, so I really wanted to get these books read. The Emerald Atlas follows a group of siblings. There's 3 of them. There's 2 girls and a boy. They are orphans and they are shipped off to a number of different orphanages. When they get to one of them, they find this book called the Emerald Atlas, and it kind of goes on from there, their adventures. This one follows the boy and it follows the second book. So it's just a lot of fun. I am loving this series so much. I was not expecting this one to be as good as it was. Like I wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did, but the characters were sort of split up and we got to see more of the world. We got to see more of the storyline and the characters themselves. And this one had an ending that I just wasn't expecting. So I absolutely loved this one. Okay, so that's literally it. That is the only books that I read in June, only 2. It's kind of sad, but I'm still ahead of my Goodreads goal, so I'm pretty happy about that. So now we're going to move into the books that I am going to choose from in July. Obviously, I'm still doing my TBR thing where I've split it up via year. So I'm pretty sure this is 2015, which funnily enough, one of the books in it, I was not expecting to have been written in 2015, but apparently it was. So that's a whole thing. But first of all, I will pull my TBR jar challenge. So we get out the fancy TARDIS. In July, I need to read a book with 300 plus pages. That's definitely gonna happen. First book on my list for July is The Black Reckoning by John Stevens. This is the 3rd and final book in the Books of Beginning series. I have actually already started. I am 78 pages through it. I'm really excited to see how this book ends. However, the main character of this book is Emma, and I really don't like Emma. I haven't liked her throughout the entire series, so I don't know how I feel about this book being mostly about her. Hopefully I get over it, but I just don't know because I really don't like her. She's just really annoying and really childish. This is a middle grade series and she's only 11, but she's still so annoying and I just can't handle it. Next up we have Lady Helen and the Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. This is the first book in the Lady Helen series. I don't know anything about it. I know I got it at Supernova in 2016, so that's fun. But apart from that, I don't really know. I know it is a historical fiction novel. It's set in London in 1812, and look, I have issues with historical fiction as it has turned out. The historical fiction books that I have read I haven't loved, so I'm curious to see how I feel about this one, and I'm hoping it has something to do with demons, but I'm not sure. We'll find out. Next up we have Mission Queen by Alex James. This is the first book in the Amazon 7 series. I again picked this one up at a Supernova one year. Did I? Yes. There we go, picked it up at a Supernova 1 year. I don't know anything about what it's about, like at all, but I tend to find I enjoy reading, this is definitely a sci-fi, and I tend to enjoy reading sci-fis from not really well-known authors. I actually got a friend who wrote a sci-fi trilogy that I really enjoyed, so I feel like I'm gonna like this, which is really weird to say, but I kind of get the feeling that I will actually maybe enjoy this a bit. Who knows? Next up we have Reawakened by Colleen Hooke. I don't know what this is about. It is the first book in a trilogy, I believe, and I'm hoping that it's about Egypt because it certainly looks like it. Okay, so it looks like this book is about a girl named Liliana Young. She breaks into the MoMA one night and then she ends up finding a live Egyptian prince, which she was not expecting. Prince Amen has godlike powers and has been reawakened after 1,000 years. 1,000 years? Yeah, 1,000 years of mummification, and he's like, hey, we need to go on a quest around the globe, and Lily goes, sure, why not? So I'm really excited to see this one. I love Egyptian mythology and I really can't wait to sort of read it and find out what's happening. Oh, it looks like we're raising brothers from the dead. We're trying to stop the evil god Seth from rising. You know, Seth has like so many different names, and my D&D character, she and her party, they actually fought him, which is pretty cool. We won, so hopefully Lily and Emma can win too. Next up we have A Town Called Dust by Justin Woolley. This one I must have got gotten at a Comic-Con. Yep, Comic-Con. There we go. Lynette Noni must have told me to read this one because it says thanks to Lynette for getting you interested. So I believe Justin is an Australian author, but I'm not 100%, don't quote me. Not sure what this one is about, but my guess is it's some sort of dystopian novel. And next up we have the book that I didn't realize was published in 2015. That is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't read the other books, the Grisha trilogy. Is that the one, the Grisha trilogy? And everyone keeps telling me I have to read, well, I don't have to read the Grisha trilogy first, but everyone's saying I would appreciate this book more if I did. But honestly, like, I don't know if I want to read the Grisha trilogy. And I have this one and I have Crooked Kingdom already, so I'm just kind of like, I think I'd rather read these ones. These ones are heist novels, I believe, which I'm really into. Super high fantasy is my guess, and I just know there's characters in here that I'm supposedly gonna fall in love with, but we will wait and see. I tend to not love really popular series, so we will see. And then last up is a book that was not published in 2015. In fact, it was published in 2019 and I was meant to have read it already, but I haven't, and that is Nexus by Sasha Olsberg and Lindsay Cummings. This is the sequel novel to Zenith. It is the last book in the Androma saga, which is only a duology. I'm really excited to read this. I know so many people who don't like Zenith and everyone hated me on it for liking it, especially my book club. My book club, the entirety of my book club was like, you're wrong. I'm like, but I like the book. So I really want to read Nexus and I really want to see how it turns out and how they've wrapped up this story. It's a much shorter book than I was expecting. They kept saying it was like a longer book, but I don't know. I'm hoping that there's less chapters in this book because that one had like 95 chapters or something ridiculous, so hopefully we have less. And there we go, those are the books that I'm planning on reading in July and the books that I read in June. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what books you read in June and what books you are planning to read in July, because I would absolutely love to know. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.